She was lying on the bathroom floor, bleeding, shaking, and praying he wouldn't come back with the knife. But this wasn't a random attacker. This was the man she once called her soulmate. His name is Adam, and hers is Olivia. They met at a coffee shop on a rainy afternoon. He smiled at her like she was the only woman in the world. She said it felt like fate. He opened doors for her, listened to every word she said, remembered little details, and made her feel seen. It was the kind of love story she used to dream about. But what Olivia didn't realize is that people like Adam only show you the good side until they're sure you won't leave. 3 months into the relationship, things started to shift. He got jealous when she wore makeup, told her she looked too good and didn't want other men looking at her. At first, she thought it was sweet, maybe even protective. But then he started controlling her clothes, her phone, even who she could talk to. When she brought it up, he gaslight her, told her she was being too sensitive, and every time she tried to pull away, he would cry. Apologize, promise therapy. She stayed, hoping love would fix it. But love, as she would learn, can't fix a monster hiding in a man's skin. The first slap came on their 6-month anniversary. She had forgotten to buy wine. That's all it took. He hit her, and she fell to the ground. He apologized immediately, sobbing like a child. He said it was stress, a moment of weakness. She forgave him. But something inside her broke that day. From that moment on, the man she loved was gone. What replaced him was someone unpredictable, cold, and terrifying. He never needed a reason. Sometimes it was over a burned dinner. Other times, just because she didn't smile fast enough. And always afterward came the tears, the gifts, the promises, the apologies. Olivia became a shell of herself. She stopped calling friends. She quit her job. She couldn't even recognize her reflection anymore. But still, she stayed. Because sometimes when someone breaks you slowly, piece by piece, you don't even realize how far gone you are until it's too late. Then one night, everything changed. She found something in his drawer. A printed bus ticket in another woman's name. At first, she didn't believe it. But then she found a phone he had hidden, full of texts, pictures, voice messages. He was cheating and planning to move away with her. Olivia confronted him. And that's when the mask finally dropped. He didn't yell. He didn't deny it. He smiled coldly and said, "What did you expect? You're nothing without me." That night, he locked her in the bedroom, took her phone, took her car keys, and told her if she ever tried to leave, she wouldn't make it out alive. She waited until he fell asleep. Then she crept to the bathroom and quietly messaged her sister from his other phone. But before she could hit send, he woke up. The rage in his eyes was something she had never seen before. He lunged, grabbed the phone, and that's when it happened. He hit her so hard she fell into the sink. She tried to scream, but his hands were already around her throat. She fought, she kicked. She grabbed a piece of broken glass from the counter and slashed his arm. It wasn't enough. He grabbed a knife from the kitchen and came after her. She locked herself in the bathroom, but not before he cut her shoulder. That's where she was now, bleeding, praying, cold, and then her sister burst through the door. With 2 police officers behind her, Olivia passed out. When she woke up in the hospital, she had a cast, 3 stitches, and the first real sense of freedom she'd felt in years. Adam was arrested, charged with attempted murder, false imprisonment, and multiple counts of assault. In court, Olivia told her story. Her voice didn't shake, not once. Because she wasn't just telling it for herself. She was telling it for every woman too afraid to leave, too broken to believe they still had worth. Adam was sentenced to 18 years in prison. And Olivia, she started over. She moved to a new city, went back to school, started therapy, and slowly, painfully, began rebuilding the pieces of her life. Today, she's an advocate for domestic violence survivors. And she shares her story everywhere she goes. Not because it's easy, but because somewhere out there, another Olivia is sitting in a bathroom, wondering if she deserves better. What would you do if you were in her shoes? Drop your thoughts below.